Cruisin' 92.1, playing the greatest hits of all time.
WVLT Vineland.
It's time for Good Times with Richie C, and it's brought to you by Blue Star Energy with Richie C, Storm and Norman, and me, the Friar. Now here's Richie C.
Everybody falls in love somehow. You know who we have tonight, don't you?
Who do we have
The one.
tonight?
The only. I love her. I love her. She's like a relative. Deana Martin.
How about that?
She's going to be here at the same time the Philly Pops, with the Philly Pops.
How about that?
Yes, she'll have. And in fact, did you know, right after that, they're going to have this prime rib dinner. If you go online, they'll tell you all about it. It's online. Okay, because I don't want to mess up the addresses and phone numbers at a time. But they're doing this prime rib place up like the 500 Club was when Jerry met Dino. And Deana will be there. She may even sing a couple songs.
That should be great.
But she's a wonderful person, the doll. Every time I talk to her, I get so excited. It's just so relaxed, you know. You go and you talk. I'm going to talk for 10 minutes, and it's an hour. She's just really great. So let's hear the rest of her dad's great song.
I would arrange for every girl to have your charm.
Always a great person, too, to have on the radio. She's just so bubbly. And,
She's pleasant.
Yeah, man.
She talks to you like she's family.
Yes. And that's what I told her today. But when she'll be on in about 10 or 15 minutes, and that would make it 3 hours earlier.
I failed math.
2 hours, yeah. You know where you're at. Look at your clock. Yes, let's pay some bills first to another great tune. And here it is. Oh, yeah.
Oh, cantare. Oh, let's fly way up to the clouds.
Fantastic. Yeah, the mic's on.
Yes, I know.
I heard it.
Lou Costello is hosting Pops, the New Jersey Pops Orchestra with a Kentucky Rain Band. A tribute to the king of rock and roll.
Wait. New Jersey Pops Orchestra?
I don't write it, but
it's a violin, a tuba, and a drum.
I think they're a little bigger than that.
Mama!
All cards and letters. And when the station manager hears it.
And of all the stuff that she's doing, Deana Martin, do you know she's actually, too, also cutting an album?
Really?
Yes. Are you okay?
I am fine.
Oh, okay.
I got the song for you.
Oh, you did? Oh,
okay.
We'll do that next. Okay. And she also did another song. Did you know? A lot of people don't know this, but it was on her first album with Jerry Lewis called Time After Time. You have to listen to the song. Go buy the album. You can get all her stuff on Amazon or DeanaMartin.com.
Really?
Okay. See, it says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says order now.
She has Christmas out. Really. And then the book, too. Now, that's the big story. We're going to talk about that.
Okay.
I'll give you a little bit now. They're doing a movie about the life of Dean Martin.
That's true. I remember
Yeah,
I was
Pope,
just a kid when he was
Dean
around.
Martin. And John Friar.
And the Friar, of course.
The Pope at the Pops. I'm going right to hell.
You're going right to heck.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Heck.
He said right to heck.
Yeah, right to heck. But no, they're doing a movie. Bonnie Hunt, which is the Bonnie Hunt that did the movies with Robin Williams. Mm-hmm. She's actually going to produce and direct it. And it's based on the book that Deana Martin wrote.
That should be really interesting.
Okay, yeah.
Really, really good.
Yes. All right. So I want to play, because she's going to be on soon, but can we play one of Deana's songs?
We have Sway lined
Oh, that's my favorite. All right, play it. And it goes out to Deana. Her own song. I'm sending her own song to her.
When marimba rhythms start to play, dance with me, make me sway. Like a lazy ocean hugs the shore, hold me close, sway me more. Like a flower bending in the breeze, bend with me, sway with ease. When we dance you have a way with me, stay with me, sway with me. Other dancers may be on the floor, dear, but my eyes will see only you. Only you have that magic technique. When we sway I grow weak. I can hear the sound of violins long before it begins. Make me thrill as only you know how.
Hello, it's Deana.
Hi, Deana.
How are you doing, Richie?
All right. How you doing? Boy, you're running around like crazy.
I'm running around like crazy, and I'm packing right now. And then the Philly Pops just sent me something. They want me to record a sound bites for them, 30-second and 60-second spots. And here I am trying to pack. And we leave tomorrow morning to go to L.A.
Oh,
so. And
I got to tell you, this is funny. I've been dying to tell you this. You know, I was always so excited that you called, and we always talk about you. And every star that I talked to, like we had Rick Springfield on, and I said we had Deana Martin. He said, you had Deana Martin?
Oh, how cute!
And I've been dying to tell you that. he got excited.
That's so nice. Oh well, I love that. Well, you know what? This is such a great business. You know, and what you do, carrying this all on, and getting it out there to the public, it's fantastic. We are definitely blessed, and it's a lot of hard work, but it's fun.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I'm just a little crazy, but tomorrow at noon I'll be on the flight to L.A.
Because we got the Pope this week.
I know. Well, I tell you, I had to laugh. I sent your Facebook message to my sister. And I said, look, this is so cute. I said, the Pope and Deana Martin are coming to Philly.
I said, well, I erased the first one. I says, Dean is going to be here, and we also have the Pope. I was going to say it that way. And then I said, the Pope at the Pops. And I said, I'm going to go to hell. But I didn't write, so I changed it.
Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, I remember that. That's right. I got up and I had been talking to my sister yesterday, and so I said, oh, my, she'll get a kick out of this, especially because he landed today.
Yes.
In D.C. So, it was kind of timely, but you were very, very funny, and that's cute.
The Pope and the Pops.
I know, that was very cute. Yeah. I peep with the Pope and the pizza.
Yeah, remember that? Remember Father Guido Sarducci?
Father Guido Sarducci, yeah.
Picking a Pope and a pizza.
Yeah.
And now, I want to talk about the Philly Pops towards the end, because that's wanted to run this by you first. The movie, because I did get a picture of you and everybody. Is the movie moving forward? Yeah,
in fact, on Saturday afternoon, we're having our second meeting with Joe Mantegna and Bonnie and the backers. So that'll be our second one. That's
fantastic.
A second reason why we're going into L.A. We're doing the the Catalinas with Steve Tyrell and some people. That'll be fun. But we need to get this the movie going.
Yes, and you ready for this? I feel like an idiot because you kept saying Bonnie Hunt. I'm thinking it's some obscure director somewhere, not realizing it was Bonnie Hunt that did the movies with Robin Williams.
On TV show.
Yes,
and also she wrote and directed and was in Return to. If you ever get a chance, it's fantastic. And Bonnie went in and re-recorded all of Dad Return to Me. That's why she named it Return
I know
to
what you
Me.
mean. Yeah.
And what happened is she wrote this script, and it's about a woman who receives the heart of a woman's heart, and she ends up falling in love with the husband.
Oh.
Right, and so that's why it's Return to Me. It's David Duchovny, Minnie Driver, and Tia Leone.
Oh,
and
okay.
But it is so funny and so touching and so beautiful. But this is Bonnie, but she wrote it and she directed it.
Yeah, and I didn't put two and two together that was her. Because I'm not thinking as her as a director. I would think of her as an actress. I just thought she had the same name. That you have these movies, these obscure films that are made. You look and you say, who gave them money for this? But the story of your dad, how could you beat this?
I know. And so it has to be done just the right way.
Yeah.
It has to be respectful and in fact, the last meeting we had, Bonnie said, she said, I would love to direct this. She said, and it absolutely needs the style and class that your father had. She said, and that's how we're going to do it, because he was excellent and perfect at everything he did. She said, and if I didn't think I could do that, I wouldn't do it. This movie is based on my book.
Right.
Memories Are Made of This.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to try and follow that as closely as we can. And I wrote a beautiful, fabulous book that is wonderful. And of course, that's how the movie will be.
Yeah. And
it will be, yeah. No, I was going to say, it's the story of his life. There are good times and there are bad. There's divorces. There's, things like that. It will all be there, but it will be done from my perspective, and with the sweetness that I have and the admiration I have for everybody and the respect I have for everybody in my life.
That's great. Put the song with you and Jerry Lewis on.
Time after time.
The response is astronomical because people say, "I didn't know they did." Because you don't. It has such a meaning for people in there because it was Jerry Lewis and you.
Exactly.
And I say it's on her album. Go to Amazon. There are people who didn't realize that in that album was not only you and your dad, but the one from the first album, Time After Time. Yes,
it's important for me because Sammy Cahn wrote that.
Right.
And I grew up with Sammy Cahn. I mean, he was. I would sit in the living room and he'd be playing, and we'd be singing.
That's
and
unreal. Unreal.
He was writing parodies for Dad and Frank, and so it was.
Yeah,
amazing.
That's in the days when you had the good writers and the good singers. Now today they try to do it both. Sometimes it works.
Yeah, sometimes they do. But that's okay.
I'm sorry, I keep jumping in.
It's okay. Go ahead.
There's something I wanted to send you. Somebody put on Facebook an A, B, C, D. They said, who would you want to hear again? Or who did you think that was most popular? A, Sinatra. B, Dean Martin, your father. Tony Bennett and Perry Como. Your father was so far in the lead of people.
Really?
Because the one guy said at the bottom, he says, I guess Dino wins. I said, yeah, and I'm interviewing his daughter. I'm telling you, people loved your father.
Oh, I know, and I hear it all the time, and it's fantastic, and you can't hear it enough. It's never too much.
And guess what? You carry it, because everybody we talk to, I always mention you. And I said, we had Deana Martin and Bobby Collins, Rick Springfield, most of the, Vinny Pastor, and all of them. They all said, I know, she's so sweet. I said, yes, she really. I tell people, she just has a personality where when I talk to her, it's like I'm talking to a relative.
Yeah, isn't that funny? And people say that to me when they come to my show after I see them when I'm signing autographs or something. They say, well, I felt like I was in your living room. I said, you were.
Yes, yeah, and you have to be that way. I think if you're that way, too, you enjoy it,
Yeah.
Time after time, I tell myself that I'm so lucky to be loving you.
So lucky to be the one you run to see in the evening when the day is through. I only know the passing years will show you've kept my love so young, so new, and time after time.
Yeah.
Now, I do have another important question, very, very important musical question. Why were you painting your house?
Oh, well, well, I'll tell you, and it's a little embarrassing because what's happened is I wanted to make my closet larger.
Yeah.
I needed a bigger closet. Now you can't just cantilever a closet out of the second story.
Right.
So what we had to do is we went down, and I have a little studio downstairs in the cellar in the basement, and so I have a studio there. And what we did is we extended it out.
Oh, sure.
So we're making a bigger studio so I can rehearse, and then on the next level off the kitchen, we're putting in a pantry, and then on the next level it's going to be my closet. Now we have added about my closet is 336 square feet now.
Wow.
And so I wasn't painting, I was spackling at that moment. That was before we were painting. Yeah. So it's embarrassing because this new addition that we've done is large. Well, first of all, my closet is larger than my apartment was in the village on Grove Street.
Okay.
So no, it's it was that size with a bathroom and a little kitchenette.
Poor John.
It's poor John. But poor John. I know, but you know what? He did it, and now so that's what we're doing. But we have outside 10,385 bricks because they're bricking up the side of it.
Yeah.
Doing all of that. So it's because I needed a closet, but that's a little embarrassing to say.
What's the agenda for the Pops? You're going to come into Philly, and I know it's October. Is it October?
I'm on October 10th.
October 10th.
Yes, but they have the whole weekend. It's a Sinatra weekend at the Philly Pops.
Right.
And so there will be, and I'm not exactly sure what it's the centennial concert. That's what I'm going to be doing. But they have, they may have 4 shows that the Philly Pops are doing. And then actually after my performance, after my Saturday night, they're having something at Prime Rib.
Right.
There's a restaurant called Prime Rib.
Yeah, something like that I heard, yeah.
And they're going to try and recreate the 500 Club.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Like a little Rat Pack era thing. So that starts at 11.
After
I finish my show, I'm going to I'll sign autographs and CDs, and then I'll go over, probably get a little bite to eat.
There you go.
And then I'll do a few songs, kind of Rat Pack style, at the club. So that should be fun.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's where Jerry Lewis and your father met. Am I right to say that?
Yes. 500 Club.
Right.
Atlantic City.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
But but it's like that's kind of cool.
So you're going to be here for that night, and then are you booking out again, or?
Well, where do I go after that? Well, I think I'm coming in on the 8th, and I'm doing some TV shows. I'm not sure. And then I believe I'm leaving on the 11th.
Oh, okay.
I have to get back.
Let me ask you a question. When do you stay? I'd say we're going to take a break now for a few months. Is that coming up, or?
Well, as far as shows, doing concerts and going out, this next month. Let me see. I think I just have a couple more that I'm going to do because I'm concentrating on the documentary and the movie and my new album. All right, so I haven't been able to get the new album out because we've been, so busy with all the other things. So we've booked out a few, it's not going to be as crazy right now.
When are you hoping for the date for the album to be out?
I'm hoping it could be out by Christmas.
Okay.
But this is already, almost keep coming up.
It's not only that. I've recorded, and I know how difficult that could be.
It is difficult, and I want it to be, I want it to be better than Destination Moon. Each time you got to get better. If you're not getting better, get off.
Well, I have my favorites. My favorites, I always put it up as Sway. I love that arrangement. I love the way your voice sounds in that. I fell in love with that song. The other one is the one you sing with your dad. And, of course, the Jerry Lewis one really touches because, we all love Jerry Lewis, too. Put it on the Jerry Lewis sites.
Oh.
And people went crazy because they weren't aware of it.
No, because that was on my first album.
Yeah, I
so
know
that
it was.
I know quite a long time ago. And in fact, I should put something up about that too. Well, I'm glad that you did. And put it on
please do.
site.
Please do.
I will do that. God, I love him.
But it means so much to a lot of people because they loved Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis. Mm-hmm. But for you to do that with Jerry Lewis has a special meaning to people, because you should see the stuff that we get back, and then it's Jerry Lewis and Dean Martin's daughter. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Am
well,
I
you know
over?
what?
Am I over? Am I overdoing it? I'm just
No.
Yeah.
And in fact, it was when I did the telethon with him. We build it as Martin and Lewis together again.
Oh, that's cute. That's cute.
Isn't that cute?
That's cute.
So,
yeah.
In fact, I'm going to put that up on Facebook, and I'll have a picture of.
Yeah. Oh, do that.
Jerry
Yes.
Yeah.
Do
and
that.
I'll say
do
Martin
that.
and Lewis together again.
Philly at the Pops, right?
Yes.
And
At the Kimmel Center, and I have my quintet. I'm
Good.
I'm not using the Philly Pops. This is my
Yes.
my show with my guys.
Okay.
So the Deana it's my fabulous musicians, and it's going to be just a spectacular show.
And you're going to have the thing after with the
Prime,
the Prime repeating the 500 Club.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of.
And well, look, let me let you go. I don't want to keep you too much longer. And listen, thanks again for calling me.
All right.
But listen, lots of luck, and make sure Rosario keeps me up to date with the albums.
Yes, there's DeanaMartin.com. Now I'm going to go up and finish packing and.
Yes,
Get a
and
cocktail.
if you go on, listen, if you go on YouTube to Good Times with Richie C, there's a
Okay.
picture of your album there, which is the first interview,
Oh, nice.
and you'll hear the edited parts.
Okay,
you know,
great. Oh,
so,
that's
you know,
perfect.
you
I
know,
love that. You just
Because all the stuff that
saved
I
my-
did wrong, not you.
No, that's all right.
Is
me
that
interrupting
kissing ass
you
or what?
yeah, that was yeah.
And then we'll see you at the Philly Pops. And listen, lots of luck. Have a lot of fun. Again, it's always great to hear from you. It's like I said, it's like I'm talking to my cousin.
Oh, I know. Well, okay, cousin Richie. All right, my dear. Well, I'll
listen,
see you in a couple of weeks.
Yes, and have please send your best to John and to Bonnie. And if there's anything I could do with to advertise the movie, the advertised documentary, it's just a phone call.
I'm sure that we will call you, and
Yes.
and we're going to do a big, auditions to play, for the person to play Dean Martin. So it'll be big, but you'll know about it, and I thank you for doing this.
Okay, no problem, and thank you, hon.
All right,
and,
Judy.
See you now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Say bye.
Cruisin' 92.1.